They went right up to the back wheel of Michael Rogers, and now the men fighting out for final victory on Sunday in Denver.
You've heard our demands. Over 200,000 people on YouTube have seen what we can do. We've tried asking nicely, and well, we're done playing nice. We've been forced to hijack NBC Sports airwaves to get our message out. Pros are continuing to steal Strava KOMs from amateur riders everywhere. We still don't have our Pro Filter button, and one rider in particular is very upset about it.
Hit me! Generals gathered in their masses.
Get out of the way.
Just like witches at black masses.
Get out the way, bitch. Get out of the way.
Just how upset is Mr. H? Well, he's decided to take it out on the entire pro peloton. When the Tour of California rolled through our fair state, KOM after KOM fell. And as is the case with our next target, some KOMs were obliterated, putting even a top 20 performance out of reach for amateurs. The segment Mr. H is going to take back from the pros is a climb from stage 4, coming 65 miles into the stage, and affectionately called segment 2123. The current KOM is a young rider on the Bontrager developmental squad, Lawson Craddock. He may have finished top 10 in the Tour of California, top 10 in the USA Pro Cycling Challenge. He may be a genuinely nice guy and is probably America's next great cyclist. But let's be honest, he's no match for Mr. H. As usual, Mr. H is riding his 790-gram 2014 BMC Team Machine SLR-01, fitted with SRAM Red True 22, featuring their incredible hydraulic rim braking. Quark has supplied Mr. H with a Red 22 power meter so we can see just what it takes to reclaim these KOMs from the pros. Delivering his power are CD's wire shoes, 60 grams lighter than their Ergo 3, with an all-new Techno 3 buckle delivering perfect tension across the midfoot and toe. Mr. H doesn't lose a watt of his prodigious power as he pushes on the incredibly stiff Vent carbon sole. The pedals under those shoes were an easy choice. Speedplay Nanogram Zeros, a huge power platform, micro-adjustable float, positive engagement, aerodynamics with no slop, and all in a package weighing only 65 grams. When it came to tires and wheels for this KOM, Mr. H made two important changes. Instead of 303s, he opted for Zips 202s. With some steep pitches on this climb, he wanted the lightweight, but still needed a solid helping of aero for the fast roll into the climb. Mr. H also went lighter on his tires, fitting Panaracer Race Type A Evo 2s to his wheels. At only 210 grams, they still offer bead-to-bead protection with a supple AX casing. Mr. H is also wearing another ASOS kit. As far as we can tell, he sleeps in the stuff. This time he chose the SS Corporate S7 jersey, the same jersey ASOS provides to the Swiss national team, guys with almost as much power as Mr. H. The youngster on Bontrager, Lawson Craddock, took this KOM during stage 4. In fact, the first 19 places on this segment out of 1,498 riders were set during the stage. In one day, the pros effectively put this climb out of reach for all of us. It's just under a mile long, 6.9% average grade. Lawson did it in 2:44, averaging 16.7 miles per hour and 471 watts. Mr. H will aim to lay down more power, go faster, and get to the top sooner. Easier said than done. Of course, Mr. H has never actually said anything. For those of you that follow Mr. H on Strava, you already know what happened. A max output of 984 watts, an average of 576 watts, a heart rate of 181 beats per minute, an average speed of 20.1 miles per hour. Mr. H crushed Lawson and the rest of the Tour of California field. 2:16 compared to Lawson's time of 2:44. It's also worth noting the temperature on the day Mr. H achieved this KOM, 104 degrees. Lawson, you may win the Tour de France someday, but this KOM belongs to amateurs everywhere, thanks to Mr. H. Strava, you know our demands. We want a Pro Filter button. As soon as we get it, we can delete Mr. H's KOMs and stop taking KOMs back. Strava, the ball is in your court. Now, sorry for the interruption. Back to Paul and Phil.
Tried to challenge Acevedo, who would win the stage, his first win since he won